Recently I came across this book, Shadows Here, There, and Everywhere by Ron and Nancy Goore, and I would like to share it with all of you. Shadows. This book is dedicated to shadows everywhere, especially to those of David and Alex. Shadows are everywhere. Look around you. Shadows can be big or small. They can be fancy or plain. Shadows can be long or short. And sometimes shadows can be scary. What makes a shadow? Light, an object, and a surface. Shine a light on a wall in a darkened room. Place your hand in the ray of light. The light goes around your hand. The light goes between your fingers, but the light cannot go through your hand. The light shines on the wall except where your hand blocks out the light and makes a shadow. Change the position of the light and the shadow changes. When the light is high, the shadow is short. At midday, when the sun is high in the sky, shadows are short and fat. When the light is low, the shadow is long. Early in the morning and late in the afternoon, when the sun is low in the sky, shadows are long and thin. Change the number of lights and the number of shadows change. When two lights shine on you, you have two shadows. How many lights are shining on the ballerina? Well, 3 shadows, so 3. And there are 7 lights. Oh wait, maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see 9 shadows. So 9 lights on this ballerina. I may be wrong though. Change the position of the object and the shadow changes. Every object has many different shadows. Change the object and the shadow changes. Objects with different shapes have different shadows. Change the surface and the shadow changes. The shadow is flat when the surface is flat. The shadow zigs and sags as it bends around corners and up and down steps. What happens to the shadow when the surface curves? Can there be light, an object, and a surface, but no shadow? When a larger object blocks the light from shining on a smaller object, the smaller object has no shadow. On cloudy days, shadows are hard to find. This is because water particles in the air scatter the sun's light in which picture of the chair has the sun gone behind a cloud? Are the children playing soccer on a sunny day or an overcast day? Shadows are useful. They help you know what shapes things have. Without the delicate shadow on an egg, the egg would look flat, like a flat circle. Can you find the egg with the missing shadow? What helps you see the shape of a Washington Monument? The shadow. People use shadows to tell time. See how the long shadow on the sundial lies between 9 and 10. It is 9:30. In half an hour, the shadow will be moved to 10. As the sun moves across the sky, the sundial shadow moves across the dial and marks the time. Does the sundial tell time at night or on cloudy days? Shadows can shade you from the sun. Trees and umbrellas make shadows that keep you cool. Shadows can also be fun. You can play games with your shadow. Try making the eagle, the duck, the clown, and the hawk. Can you make them move? What other shadow puppets can you make? Look carefully at these shadows. Can you guess what object is making the shadows? With some of the shadows, it is hard to tell. Turn the page to find out the answers. Shadows can be fun. You can play games with them. Shadows are useful. They show us shape and texture. They keep us cool. They can show us the time. Shadows can be beautiful and interesting. Shadows can be big or small. Shadows can be long or short, or fancy or plain. Look around you.